Radiant's ban.
Good evening, ladies and
Reserve
gents.
time.
Welcome to a Gamestah presentation. We're bringing you a show match between the Cybergamer Open Ladder team STEEL Gaming and I assume the other Cybergamer team Primi Agminis, which is Latin for Vanguard. Pretty cool name. My name is
Radiant's
Codblood,
ban.
and joining me in the studio will be Hawksbuck. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, dude. It's going to be interesting to see this game. I haven't seen either of these teams yet, so both of us relatively new to the
Dyer's
Dota
ban.
Australian team. We're trying to get used to all the different teams and players, so it'll be interesting to see how these two go.
Alright, we've got some pretty awesome names like Primi Agminis. We've got some interesting names like proudly sponsored by Centrelink. So we'll get the full range as time goes on, Hawks. We are into the hero select, of course, and this is the first
Dyer's
time
pick.
we'll be seeing Lich since the patch a couple of weeks ago. I'm excited already.
Yeah, he's been banned out a whole bunch. Hasn't been let through the draft at many stages, I don't believe, whether not picked or not banned. So, yeah, I haven't seen him thus far in competitive gaming. The others are Bat Rod, a little bit less commonly banned these days. Still see it once a blue moon, and Rubik
10
obviously
seconds to
fairly
go.
common. Timbersaw and Elder Titan, they're always the populars.
5 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll have to see what Primi Agmi or Primi Agminis. Primi
Reserve
Agminis.
time.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it,
Ag-
honestly.
Ag-
It's Latin, so do you want to give it a go?
Agmini, I'd say, Primi Agmini.
Oh,
Don't they,
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
the S is silent.
Yeah,
Oh, we can call him PA anyway. The Phantom
that's
Assassin team.
yeah, that's how I'd probably pronounce it. Anyways, you can take care of that name. I'll tongue tie myself over Steel Gaming and all.
Oh, fair enough. I'm wondering if this Lich is going to be going mid or the support, because the XP changes mean that Lich can actually outlevel people fairly substantially, and of course, he is item independent, so his nuke gets very, very strong.
Dyer's
I would
pick.
imagine for the moment he will be going into the support role, though, as Visage going to be locked in, has a similar ability to Lich in the move and attack slow. I'll have to see what else the PA guys decide to go with.
Yeah, Visage, fairly common. He's quite a tanky support there. Also deals a whole lot of damage with those soul assumptions, especially early on in those team fights.
10
Yeah,
seconds to go.
Lich is fairly
5
versatile
seconds.
these days, man. I've even seen him run the solo off lanes because he is kind of able to
Reserve time.
keep the creeps in range of his tower there. So, it'll be interesting to see how they lane it.
Once he gets Trank Boots, he can basically stay in a lane forever and roam very efficiently as well. So he can really do anything, which makes him a very strong early pick. And it's surprising to see him get through, but like we covered, I guess they really don't want to go against the Timbersaw. That's probably the least priority ban out in the first stages. Nyx Assassin going to be
Radiant's
potentially
pick.
support or maybe the off lane.
Yeah, he's a bit versatile once again. He did cop a little bit of a nerf
Radiant's
recently with
ban.
his stun being untargetable, the impale there, so you can't click and go easy mode stun. But still, your good players will be quite effective with him, and he's good in
Dyer's
either a lane
ban.
support role or a mid solo. He can, dish out quite a significant amount of damage and do a bit of scaling for those mid game ganks. Crystal Maiden, we got Team Frost so far for Steel
10
Gaming.
seconds to
She's
go.
really picked up in favor, and if I had to bet,
5
it'd
seconds.
be the increase in the amount of gold tick recently, even though it's just a
Reserve
little bit.
time.
Crystal Maiden has always kind of suffered because she's that support that really does need items, you know, and if ganks don't go her way, she finds herself struggling.
Radiant's
Whereas
ban.
she's become popular for that reason, you know, and she's quite a significant roam these days, dude.
Yeah, well, she is again a very strong hero with the Tranquility boots. So there's a lot of roam
10
potential
seconds to
from
go.
Steel Gaming thus far, which means the Nature's Profit from the PA
5
boys
seconds.
very smart, which they're not going to have a annoying little
Reserve
jerk
time.
teleporting in if someone gets caught in the Frost Nova and the Frost Bite. Bounty Hunter being banned out by Steel Gaming, that tells me they're expecting a assassin heavy or perhaps stealthy comp from Primi Agminis. Primi Agmini, I think we decided on. As the reserve time going to be called in by Steel Gaming, trying to decide on their second ban. I wonder if it'll be another assassin type hero or maybe something a little more standard. We've got 4 supports picked up at the moment, so I think they're testing the waters at the moment.
Yeah, not sure where they're going to go with this one. The bounty hunter actually wouldn't have been a bad
Dyer's
pickup
ban.
for themselves. The carries are starting
Dyer's
to get
pick.
banned out now. Luna and Lifesteal are sorry, man. I'm getting bloody pinged by PhD. You know, our buddy.
Radiant's
He's
pick.
bugging me on Steam, and I'm losing my concentration. I can't do 2 things at once. Piss off, Lynn.
No, that's fair enough. I'll take over for you, buddy, while you
No, it's
sort out the trolls. I really like these 2 banouts from the Steel and the PA teams because the Luna pickup, obviously, you know, you don't need to be a genius to work out why she's banned out. Very
10
strong
seconds to
hero.
go.
And the Lifestealer, I think that's because the only downside Lifestealer has is once
Dyer's
his
pick.
Ravage runs out, he's quite kiteable. But when you've got a multitude of slows and whatnot, he would be very, very strong. So no surprises there to be banned. Why he was banned out, and we can see the Lone Druid picked up and Clockwork by Steel and PA respectively. Lone Druid, I remember you playing him, Hawks, and you got both yourself and the bear fully built before anyone else was fully
Radiant's
built
pick.
themselves. That was great fun. So we're looking forward to some awesome micro from the Lone Druid and Visage, of course, how he handles the familiars. We've got the Clockwork potentially an offlaner. Gyro going to be the carry for Primi Agmini. And the last pickup going to be for Steel here. I wonder if they're going to go with their mid laner or leave that till last, which is what a lot of
10
teams like
seconds
do
to
actually
go.
doing. And shout out to you, PhD.
Dyer's ban.
there you go, Ricky. I haven't seen a Ricky picked in a significant amount of time as well, which is pretty cool to see. That'd, I suppose, explain the bounty hunter ban. And how would they run
10
this?
seconds to go.
Maybe a lone druid off lane.
5 seconds.
I was wondering if
And a
he'd go
safe-
carry, but would off lane be better, do you think?
Well, obviously he
Reserve
still
time.
builds carry
10
and whatnot
seconds
being
to
a
go.
druid, but the thing about druid is he's not bad in the offlane
5
solo
seconds.
because he can get his bear to pull the creeps directly to his tower.
Radiant's ban.
So you know he's obviously able to farm underneath
Dyer's
his
pick.
towers. So he's not a bad offlaner, and I mean that way it'd give Ricky. Oh yeah, there's
Radiant's
the
pick.
mid there. OG, huge ult. But yeah, it'll give Ricky the availability to, I suppose, farm up early on and get that diffusal up and running for those early mid game ganks.
Yeah, definitely. So there's going to be a little bit of stealth on both teams at the current time. Outworld Devourer going to be the last pickup for Primi Agmini.
10
Going
seconds
to
to
be
go.
pretty decent against the both of the
5
intelligence mages that just like to sit back in the fights. He's going to be able to run up, insta-gib those two, or at least them,
Reserve
which is
time.
quite crippling to them both. Temporal Assassin and Treant Protector were the last ban outs, so they did not want to go against the TA, and OD was the pickup for Primi Agmini. Treant Protector, I haven't seen him picked or banned, but I do remember PhD was playing him, and he was very annoying to the other team with making his team more durable. So I'm wondering if Steel is running a little bit of a protect the carry type of comp, and Primi Agmini just don't want that carry to have additional durability. Razor going to be the last pickup. That is a very strong anti-carry against the low-range gyro.
Yeah, and that Razor pickup there is a direct counter to OG. There, the Razor not needing much mana, so he can just pull off that static link there and still cripple the outward Devourer without, I think it max level it costs 50 mana.
Yeah, so it's very cheap, and it steals a huge amount of damage.
Yes.
Okay, so we're waiting for the players to assign which which person gets which hero. This is going to be pretty interesting. There's some awesome picks on both sides. I'm looking forward to seeing Ricky. He definitely reminds me of the Night Stalker. So we're finally in here, Hawks. We'll be Steel Gaming versus Primi Agmini.
Everybody get
And
set.
we will now go through the teams representing Steel Gaming. It will be Bloodlock, who also represents the Australian Esports League. We have Bulvi on the Crystal Maiden. He was getting some shout-outs in the lobby, so we'll have to see how he goes. Tyrant X will be the lone druid with his panda bear with him, who already has the Quelling Blade. We have Ricky on the very cool hood. He's being played by Crestfallen, with the double slippers of agility, probably to help with the last hitting. And rounding them out will be YYSM on the Razor.
Yeah, and for Primi or Primi Agni or I don't know, I give up already, man. Just
Phantom
can
Assassin
someone
team.
tell us? Yeah, PA. We've got a Shadow Prophet on the Nyx Assassin, Mr. Black on the
30
Gyro.
seconds
We've
to
got
showtime.
some extremely Asian name, Hookie
Shinono,
Shono. Yeah, Shinono, no.
He was
And
trolling a lot in the lobby, so I'd say it's an obscure reference.
yeah, fair enough. He'll be on the OG. Then we've got Lizzie G on the Clockwork and Visage getting played by Reality Marble. And how
And
we
here
going
we go.
on these lanes? It looks like we might have solo Ricky and an aggressive tri lane top. Maybe? Don't know.
Not sure how. Looks like Tyrant is going to be blocking the creeps here with the Panda Bear and whatnot. It's interesting to see an Outworld Devourer forced to pick up a Ring of Protection early on. We normally see them, I believe they normally get the, what is that item? It is the Null Talisman. We normally see them start with that, but he's a little bit concerned about Razor, who's already giving him a bit of grief, as we see an early gank come in here on Hookie Shinono. Frostbite is not going to land, actually. The link is going off. Will an auto attack be enough to finish him? It is indeed. The instant auto attack from YSM comes out, and the atmosphere is electric, says Razor. Very good start for the Steel Gaming guys here.
Yeah, that was definitely a good gank. Not sure if that was a smoke gank or not, because there was no defensive wards up there. But yeah, that is the kind of start that they, would have liked, taking out that OD, giving him an advantage in mid there.
And they even managed to give the kill to Razor, which is very beneficial for him.
Yep. And he took the boots early there too, so he definitely wanted that. That was 100% planned to be as aggressive as he could there. And we're gonna go into dual lanes. So that's how they're gonna lane this, which is fair enough. Lich at the top lane there, he'll be able to control that nice and easy for Druid to get that farm.
Yeah, so that'll be great, and of course Gyro would definitely like some levels, which will be denied because of the Lich. So Bloodlock playing this Lich very well with the early ganks. We have Nyx, looks like he is teleported to the bottom lane. They're going to try and counter this duo lane with a little bit of repeating that strategy themselves. I'm trying to answer whether there was a smoke used, Hawks. I feel like the between Bulvi and Bloodlock, they didn't have enough gold to have a smoke on top of what they started off with. But I do think that it was a little bit of a slow reaction from Primi Agmini, because I managed to see that the Nyx Assassin, who's played by Shadow Prophet, he did get the illusion rune and he was scouting that out. With there was an illusion with them, so that tells me it may actually have been smoked, or PA just didn't react in time.
Yeah, I'd say that would have been the case then. The smoke. I mean, if there was their level 2 drain going off in mid, only able to scope about 14 damage there. But I mean, hell, that's better than nothing,
Going to
right?
make it a lot harder for him to last hit. Oh, no, he's starting to get the damage up himself as he is stealing intelligence from the Razor. And of course, OD, he gets damage from the intelligence. As Razor now has the haste rune, he's going to be able to steal damage very easily if he jumps on top of Huki Shinanono here. But it looks like he's just going to be a little bit of a pest with it. He does get imprisoned up there. Going to be whacking away, but at this point in time, not able to do as much as he'd hope. As I'm looking at the ward coverage down here in the bottom part of the map, Hawks, it's looking very good for the PA guys. They've got a nice coverage going on, and it looks like they would that block the camp there of the
Yes.
ghosts? Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely blocks that camp there, which...
Oh, down at the bottom lane, we can see Ricky's going to jump forward as the cogs go off onto Bullfi. Not sure if Crestfallen's going to be able to do this. He does get knocked back by the cogs, but I don't think Lizai can get out of this, although Crestfallen is very himself. Will he be able to make it? The Stout Shield definitely saving him there as he manages to get out. There was a 1-for-1 trade when everything was said and done. Lizzie G walking away with a kill and another assist going on to Bullvi. So nice little trade there with both supports going down. I assume that Nyx Assassin is a support in this situation as Illusion Rune spawns in the bottom part of the river.
Yeah, you could say that, but you know what? As far as the support goes, it's probably better. Here we go. There might be another chance for a kill. Crest. Oh wait, here we go. Lizzie G actually turning that around there. I thought he would have ran scared there, but he just popped the battery assault there and turned it all around on him.
Okay, so great reaction there, although he's going to get frostbitten up. Bullvi doesn't have the right click damage to take him down, as Razor will bottle the aforementioned Illusion Rune. Nice reaction there from Lizzie G Hawks. That is certainly going to give Primi Agmini a little bit of confidence back with the kills, even up 2-2. National Imprisonment goes off in the mid lane. We'll have a look at the gold earned. It's just over 500 in the lead for Steel and XP. They were looking good until that one just there, as I believe the Illusion Rune was popped by Razor. And Shadow Prophet, he's making his presence felt in both bot and mid, but he was in the wrong place at the wrong time for sure. They're going to be jumped on by the Crystal Maiden, and she will end up getting that kill for herself. So he's making his presence felt, but perhaps not the best presence.
Yeah, fair enough. A little bit of de-warding going on there before Huki backs to base on
Oh, we see Hookshot is going to land onto Crestfallen, but he manages to get far away enough before the cogs will trap him in with the clockwork. We see Crystal Nova goes off by Bullvi to get some harassment back down. He does have the power treads now. I was about to say he's got the belt, but the imprisonment goes off again in the mid lane. The illusion's whacking away at Huki Shinono. The link going to go off. A lot of damage going down from the Q, which I think is plasma. Okay, I was going to say the storm, but it is not. Top lane has been very passive so far, Hawks. We can see there is 21 last hits on the Lone Druid, 21 last hits on the Gyrocopter. So Tyrant X doing a fantastic job considering he was by himself at the start, and he is obviously melee.
No, that's actually incorrect. He's ranged. He's
okay. Sorry, for some reason I thought he was the bear.
Yeah, well, when he pops into true form, he does go into melee, but he also gets a whole bunch of HP and armor. So,
sorry for that, guys. The only time I've seen Lone Druid in action was when Hawks was running around the map as a true bear, so that's why that was confusing me. You can see Orb of Venom on the Panda Bear, which pretty smart strategy. Going to make it a little bit annoying for the other guys to deal with. Now, the Grave Chill from Visage, is that going to make much of a difference to Tyrant X's damage output, or because he has 2, he'll be better off, do you think?
Well, early on, most of the damage actually comes from the bear himself, and depending on what build, generally speaking, if you go the typical Radiance kind of basher on the bear build, most of the damage will actually be on the bear himself. So not really. I mean, the bear's still quite fast. It doesn't matter how many slows you throw on it. Like when it gets into that late game, the bear does become quite a force.
Oh, fair enough. So Hand of Midas just got finished up by Tyrant X, so he's in complete farm mode at the moment. We'll have a look at some other items. We still have the 3 Iron Branches on the Lich. We can see Shadow Prophet is headed on up to the top lane, and of course he does have the Impale leveled at the moment. We can see Astral Imprisonment going off in the mid lane once again, lasting quite a while now, but not going to be too bad. We can see
on top, we might see the Lone Druid go down. Oh man, that was the luckiest lair. Is it going to be enough to save him? No, the Solar Assumption finishing off the Lone Druid there up top. It looked like that they were going to play a little bit aggressive up top. He was quite pushed up there, but they turned it all around there, and yeah, kill going to the Gyrocopter's raid just as the did the Hand of Midas even get to him? Not sure if
it did indeed, yes. Must have been close though.
Oh, it's still on cooldown, so he didn't even get to use it, which is definitely going to be a blow to top lane.
Yeah, so I almost missed. I think I missed most of that one. So well done, Hawks, on picking that one up. So having a look at the items, and the bottom lane is really slowed down at the moment. We see Crystal Maiden going to be teleporting to the mid. I'm not sure if Huki Shinono is going to be in any trouble here. No, he's just going to chuck some warding down. He does have his Tranquil Boots. As we have a look around the map, boots being finished up everywhere. There's not even the Boots of Speed on Tyrant X at the moment. But like you said, the bear very fast, Hawk, so that's not going to slow him down too much. We have the Magic Wand picked up by Bloodlock, which is very smart against Gyro. He generally likes to spam, particularly with a Ring of Aquila, as we see the creeps going to be pulled over here, but Tyrant X wants to contest that one. He will be using the bear to farm up, and I'm not sure if Primi Agmini can really contest this one. Looks like there's nothing else really going on in the map there. That one was secured by Steel, but the call down going to go off from Mr. Black, and I think that was the Grave Chill goes down onto Lone Druid, picks Visage up a double kill, and it looks like he's getting very close to his mechanism already.
Yeah, dude, I was going to say, when you say they couldn't contest that, I was about to say, I don't know if you're right about that, because they did have the 3 heroes, and that Impale from the Nyx Assassin was quite good, and the follow-up cooldown is just a significant amount of damage for this early on. And at this stage, you'd nearly think that Tyrant would probably be heading into the jungle. Would want to, yeah, he is. He's heading there towards the end. He doesn't have the bear for another 20 seconds, but he's probably just going to stack camps for now as he waits, and probably just farm up the jungle for now, which is definitely going to be a safer idea to abandon that lane.
Well, if we look at the last hits for Steel, they're doing very well with both of their solo laners having the most, and of course Ricky is
oh, here we go, in mid, Clockwork, TP in, does get the hook shot on. Oh wow, yeah, the Plasma Field finishing off the OG there, and the Lich ult does go out, but nothing else to be picked up there, man. But that was an excellent TP and pick up kill on the Razor there.
Yeah, I think I was going to say earlier, the Clockwork, who of course is being played by Lizzie G, he was hanging around for a little while, and he was using the flare to try and defend the bottom tower, which he was fairly successful in doing, but it looks like the Glyph of Fortification going to go out, and Nyx Assassin is close by. Teleport's going to go off. I'm not sure if Crestfallen is going to be forced to get out here. He will get imprisoned up, but the tower will be denied in the end. Crestfallen is going to teleport his way out of there, and of course he does have the permanent invisibility. So the trade going off in the mid lane, I believe Razor was the one getting to kill. Huki Shinono falling very low, is having his damage stolen as Ricky's just Ricky's going to jump on top of him, gets the flare off on him. Beautiful cogs from Lizzie G, going to save Shadow Prophet there. It looks like Crestfallen will indeed go down. It will cost Lizzie G his life, but that could have been a lot worse as Bloodlock going to finish off that streak for 531. That'll definitely help him out with the lack of gold he would have been having from no denies and whatnot. Invisibility going to pick it up by YYSM, and quite back and forth at the moment, Hawks, with the Ricky and the Gyro taking down their respective lanes' towers. So it's 1-for-1 at the moment. The gold's very swingy. With that last fight, it does go in Steel's favor by almost 500. Exactly the same with the XP. So until that last play, Primi Agmini were looking in the lead. Steel's starting to bring it back now. But, we can see the power shot is barely going to miss onto YYSM there. We'll use the cogs to gain some distance. What are we thinking about the team comps here, Hawks, between the two? We've got a free farming lone druid there who is quickly catching back up. Mr. Black's doing very well for himself, and of course he scales very hard. So what are we thinking here?
Well, I'm thinking that PA's got definitely the early team fight capability. However, here we go. A little bit of a team fight happening on in the Radiant Jungle. Call down going out as well as the Lich Ult. And, oh man, look at that barrage there. Absolutely melting Crystal Maiden.
Oh, we didn't even see the Lich ultimate go off there, Razor. Well, actually, it's Crestfallen who picks up the double kill there. Mr. Black forced to retreat for the time being. The cogs go off, but he's taking a lot of damage from YSM. Eye of the Storm absolutely decimating things there. And when all is said and done, 2-for-2. That was pretty crazy, honestly. And unfortunately for Steel, Bloodlock did not manage to get the Lich ult off. That would have looked a lot different if that had happened. As Crestfallen going to fall lower and lower. He has had the Dust of Appearance popped on him. The Familiar is whacking away. YSM going to try and steal some damage from Shadow Prophet. Will it be enough? Looks like the Familiar is going to go down. Impale goes off. Nice kill from the Shadow Prophet. As Bloodlock going to come in here, try and the Plasma Field. Going to pick that one up. Another 1-for-1 trade as Razor's going to teleport to the base there. Lone Druid farming his heart out. And Lich Ult still available here, Hawks, should Steel require the teamfight presence that they are lacking at the moment. Although saying that, Crestfallen doing a fantastic job on Ricky. His damage output is very ridiculous if he doesn't have the dust popped on him.
Yeah, he does have a fair bit of early game damage, but it's also the Razor, man. The Razor was the one wreaking all the havoc there. He had 140 damage drain there. I'm not quite sure who it was, but 140 damage on him either ways, plus the Eye of the Storm and the Plasma Field. That's a significant amount of damage there, man, because the Eye of the Storm there, it also, every single strike that gets hit on the target reduces their armor by 1, so it'd be true damage, basically.
Oh, jeez. Both him and Ricky doing true damage, that's very scary. So even without the Lich Ult, they were able to go fairly even when all was said and done. So that speaks volumes about how well they're doing. I think moving into the late game, they're going to be doing even better, as Reality Marble could potentially get jumped on by Crestfallen. Looks like the arrival of Huki Shinonono is going to force Crestfallen to get out of there. Shadow Prophet making his way up will get spotted by Crestfallen, I do believe, as both of the Frost supports are there waiting and ready. Has Crystal Maiden picked up the Freezing Field? No, she has not. But at this point, probably would be a bad idea to skill that because it's basically a giant target on her head. As the Illusion Rune will be bottled by Razor as he heads on up to the top lane. Looks like Tyrant will pop the Pure Form as the Bear is going to go sprinting after Mr. Black. Entanglement does not go off, and YYSM going to sit on top of that flask at the moment as the flare goes off. It doesn't manage to hit either of these Panda Bears, as looks like the PAE guys may be trying to get a push going on in the mid, or at least trying to react to where Steel are, which currently the support's roaming around the Ricky, as Lizzie G going to pick himself up a invisibility rune for his bottle. And he's going to activate it as well. Diffusal Blade picked up by Ricky. That is a staple item you were saying before, Hawks. The Invisibility Rune popped by Clockwork. Wondering if he will be in trouble here. No, of course, they can't see each other.
Yeah, that is until, of course, he goes near that area there. There is a significant amount of sentry wards there. Obviously, they want to keep tabs on this Ricky and where he is, which is a great idea. But yeah, as you were saying about more the mid and late game,
Dyer's
yeah,
mid
dude, there
tower
is
could
some
use a little
crazy late
help.
game potential here with the bear, with Ricky, with Razor. They're
Yeah,
all having.
they got a lot of auto attack damage and of course some mad armor reduction. But then of course they got two supports that output a lot of damage if they're ignored.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's also a very valid fact as well. Whereas I suppose the amount of scaling it comes through OD and Gyro, which yeah, those three will get out carried. It looks like we're going to have Nick's in his Vendetta walk in mid, looking for a pick off. Is I've got a feeling this race is going to be a little bit too tank unless they get more support. Yeah, in comes some more support. The impale goes off to
He's just like,
start
oh,
something.
okay. Better back out of there. So, with the gyro, I feel like if he can stay alive, he's gonna cleave because there's not very much tankiness on steel, at least at the present time. Of course, Razor's going to be able to build quite tanky. He's already picking himself up potentially a BKB. Ag Scepter would be awesome, but I doubt he's going to invest into that. Um, OD, I've seen him do ridiculous things. We so we'll have to see how he goes. Visage can do some fairly decent damage himself. The Clockwork, Lizzie G's doing a very good job, and of course Nyx Assassin can output a lot of damage with no items. So I feel like Primi Agmini, they will be on the back foot, but they've definitely got the potential to win these fights if they play it right. Perhaps if they pick someone up with the Clockwork.
Oh yeah, yeah. The clockwork initiation is definitely what they need to be betting on. And Lizzie is doing a great job right now. Though I've got this feeling, man. Like once the bear gets too big, and Razor gets too tanky as well, they're just not going to have enough damage output for OD and Razor to be able to tank enough damage through these team fights. That's where the issue is, in my opinion, with the team comps.
Oh, it's definitely a valid point. We'll have to see how they go with it. Lizzie G, oh, he's not getting Ag Scepter. Oh, he may be. What else does Point Booster go into? Let's have a look.
Yep, that'd be an Ags. Oh wait, yeah, yeah, that'd definitely be an Ag Scepter on
Soul
Lizzie G.
Booster, IF Skadi. Yeah, I'd say it'd be an Ag Scepter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It gives it a ridiculously short
12
cooldown.
second cooldown. Yeah, that's a lot of mobility. He's got
Oh yeah.
a regeneration rune on his person at the moment. We'll have a look at the graphs. Steel doing very well. They've peaked to a 3,000 gold lead. Experience, they're approaching 3,000 as well. So, Primi Agmini, they're going to have to pull something out here. They're doing a good job at keeping
All
up
right,
the
carry
true
on.
vision. They've just got to react properly to this Ricky. It looks like we may have a team fight brewing in the mid here, although most of these members are still. Looks like Mr. Black going to be jumped on by Ricky. He's going to do the call down, but the slow, will it be enough? Actually, a lot of
Ooh.
damage going off by the second missile, but Crestfallen going to turn invisible from his ultimate and will manage to avoid the last two tower hits. So, unfortunate for Mr. Black getting caught out there as a 5-1 and 2 Razor with a 5-2 Clockwork. So if you look at the kills and whatnot, it would seem that Primi Agmini doing very well for themselves, but when you look at the farm, it's all green at the moment. Gyro doing a decent job, but he just did get caught out. And the Lone Druid going to be demolishing the towers with his
Dyer's top
Spirit Bear.
tower.
Glyph of
You know the
Fortification
drill.
going to go
The
off,
Dyer
but
winning
I don't think it's going
fortified
to be
their
enough unless they
structures.
teleport. Tyrant X going to get the TP off himself to the base, as a TP force from Mr. Black going to be clearing out these waves very, very quickly. He actually gets to the last hit lead there, as a decent bit of damage going to go on to Huki there, who has picked up his Force Staff. As the bottom lane, how is that looking? The tower's fairly healthy at the moment. Lizzie G looks like he wants to change that, as Mr. Black continues up at the top, and Tyrant X going to head into the jungle.
Yeah, it's was a pretty explosive start, but now we're going into a little bit of a farm phase, I suppose, for Gyro to catch up. He really needs to get a BKB up and running as soon as possible. He opted for the
Oh,
helmet.
Shadow Prophet! Oh, nice imprisonment from Hoki Shinono there. Gonna barely save him from YSM. Gonna get stunned up by the Familiars. That was very close, Hawk. Sorry to interrupt you.
Nah, that's fine, dude. I was just going to ramble on. Yeah, more about what's going on. Yeah, as I was saying, the Gyro probably needs his BKB up and running. But if you have a look at the net worth, man, you see there's four in there. There's Gyro, and then there's Razor who's on top, and then you've got Crestfallen and Lone Druid. Now those three are all carries. Here we go, bit of action on the middle. We've got okay, not that much of a big drain. I saw a BKB bust and I was kind of expecting more. Here we go.
Oh, what a fantastic
Oh,
escape
wow.
from Huki. He actually imprisoned himself and then forced stuff out. Bloodlock going to fall. Did not get to throw out the Chain Frost. That was fantastic play from both Lizzie G and Huki there. Oh man, he imprisoned himself, forced stuff out, and then teleport. That was very well done. Tyrant X going to continue to farm out here. Mr. Black going to be locked up by the Frostbite, but not a lot will go off there. As YSM, he did pop the BKB to avoid the Impale. Mechanism going to be popped there by Reality Marble on the Visage. As Crestfallen going to mirror his buddy Tyrant X by pushing out the bottom lane. Of course, he can get out fairly easily. Going to be hiding in the trees now. He's got an entire Primi Agmini team coming after him, but he will quickly teleport out to the top lane as smoke going to be popped up here by the Visage, the
Dire's
Familiars,
mid-tower's
and
having
the
technical
Assassin.
difficulties.
But I don't think they're going to be able to cut off the Ricky. It looks like they do want to take out the outer tower, though.
Yeah, might have a little bit of a tower trade. Is there any TPs? Yeah, Razor's got a TP. Lich is on cooldown. And Crystal Maiden does have a TP too. So they could all TP and fight this, or they could just go for a double, a two for one there. They do have the two carries up at top there, and it looks like they'll probably just decide to push those, to push that out instead of going to support it.
Okay, so Primi Agmini deciding they want to try and smash this bottom tower now. Shadow Prophet going to be teleporting up to the top. He's immediately going to get jumped on. Can't pop the Vendetta because he was... I'm not sure what happened, but he couldn't pop it.
I think it was already on cooldown, dude. He was looking for the Ricky earlier, but yeah, perhaps a bit of a miscommunication there, but he definitely should have pulled out of that one earlier. Giggity.
Okay, so the push is continuing on at the top. Fantastic global flare from Lizzie, actually, even though it was fired off much earlier. Going to do a lot of damage to the creeps. Not enough, though. The tower will fall. The tier 2...
got a bit of a base raise.
Oh, no, it looks like PA have decided they're not going to win that one, and they will teleport back to try and defend. Of course, the level 3 tower will be helping them out in the fight, should it be required, as Mr. Black may look like he's going to take the mid lane, which there's a sizable creep wave here. He's just got to be careful that Steel don't try and react and get to him. As Crestfallen going to be whacking away at the Wild Fang Rippers here. Looks like the teleport goes down from Steel Gaming at the bottom lane to get the counter push going on. And Primi Agmini, this is a nice grab of opportunity, going to be pushing it down the mid. It does have a Visage nearby, and Lizzie G is waiting to react should it be required. Will be repelled for now. They had about a third of its health remaining. That's the last outer structure, or tier 1 structure at least, that is standing. So PA definitely want to look to take that one down, as the Familiar is going to do some scouting for Reality Marble. He will get pinged on by Lone Druid. Power shot going to land on top of Bloodlock. He immediately gets Chain Frost up. Mechanism going to keep him alive for now, as this may have not been the best idea by PA. It will be a 1-for-0 at the moment. Call down going to come out from Mr. Black. The link is on Mr. Black, completely crippling his speed. Visage going to fall, as does him. The Sanity's Clip's going to go out from Huki Shinino. It does pick up Ricky, but Mega Kill Streak goes out from the Razor, and Huki is the last one up. Razor is lagging. And apparently there's a Tinker that's not even in the game that's lagging. And that was insane there, Hawks, as Huki definitely going to be going down from this one. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, he's about to get taken down there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it-
Yep. You're good now.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. He's yeah. I'll say it a third time just for the poops and giggles. He's about to get taken down there. It was pretty funny watching Razor there. I think he was DC'd or lagged out for ages. Once
He was
he
just
started
running
getting
along
that
whacking
link on-
people.
Yeah, he's got the link on and he's just bashing and bashing and bashing. And I don't think he could even control himself. Otherwise, he would have, obviously come up to where the rest of the team were and take out Hookie there with the one hit. It was
Well,
pretty funny to watch.
maybe he's just so good at Razor that Razor plays himself for him.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Well,
I really like that reaction from Bloodlock on the Lich. He got jumped on by the hook shot, immediately turns around, throws out the Frost Blast and the Chain Frost, which did a hell of a lot of mayhem. I really wish we could jump back and look at it. Unfortunately, we can't as we wait for poor YYSM. He got 196 damage from the static link while he AFK ran after the poor, I believe it was the Nyx assassin that he was running over. He is dead there. As YYSM going to reconnect. I can't see Hookie getting out of this one. His force staff is on cooldown. And this may be the beginning of the end, because only Ricky going down in that one. They've got a very healthy lone druid there with his equally healthy panda bear going to chase down Hookie Shinono there. Entangling Root's going to go off. The Familiar's trying to get Bloodlock, but they're not going to be able to do it. And Visage microing while he's dead. The Bulldog lives, says Crestfallen on the Ricky, as they may look to push this one out. Very nice reaction from STEEL Gaming.
Yeah, indeed, that was a good turnaround. It was good initiation from Lizzie there once again. They're going to go for a Roche here, and yeah, looking at that bear, he's definitely starting to get pretty fat. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the...
Yeah, he
well,
does
there
have the
you go.
Radiance.
The chicken just flew the recipe in there, so that bear's definitely going to be pretty big, and they're probably going to throw the Radiance on the bear. The flares are going out, so they are aware that that Steel are doing the Roche now, and it looks like they're going to pull out Giggity.
Oh, well, they're trying to micro Roche out of the pit. Familiar's breaking down there. Mr. Black going to be going in. A lot of damage going out from the rocket barrage, but he does get silenced up there by the smoke pellet from Ricky. Shadow Prophet running around. Reality Marble going to be jumped on by the Twin Bears. I don't think he's been able to do much. Shadow Prophet doing a lot of damage onto Tyrant X, but it won't be enough as Lizzie G's going to hit onto the tree. Not do too much. YSM and Tyrant X both picking up the kills there. Hookie comes in from behind. He doesn't have the sanity clips because its cooldown is absolutely massive. Ricky going to get a gigantic crit there. Gets a double kill. And it looked as though PA were going to successfully deflect the Roche attempt. But now with all of them dead, I don't think that's going to happen, as we're going to have someone picking up the Aegis here. The Familiars just, they're trying to position to steal this one. I don't think they will be able to. He will fall to the Radiant. Lone Druid going to pick up the Aegis, and very well played by Steel there. As we have, holy, what, I think is that a quadruple stack on the Ancients?
Either that or it's a triple, yeah. That's
a lot.
Yeah, that's a significant amount of farm there to tax there. The Familiars will try and do their best to harass them out a little bit. Looks like they're actually deciding to back off, which is a little bit weird at their kind of strength. I probably would have stuck around for that, but it doesn't matter. It looks like the PA guys will come in and finish up that. Yeah, the gyro there.
He'll be definitely happy
farming.
picking that one up. He wants to get to the BKB. He's about 1,000 gold off. Oh, hang on, no, he does have the Mithril armor, so he still needs. Let's have a look.
700 odd.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
1375. So he still needs another little bit of gold,
Well,
as
here we
Lizzie
go,
G
on
in the wrong place at the wrong time, going to get taken out there. Does not yet have the Ags. Crestfallen is dominating. We can see Hookie Shinono just trying to farm up at the top. He may get hunted down by YYSM here, as Mr. Black going to be jumped on under the tower mechanism. Will not save him there. Double kill for Crestfallen. Shadow Prophet going to try and jump onto Crestfallen, but it won't be enough. Spike Caribus also not going to be enough, as the GG Well players go out from both teams, and it looks like Steel Gaming will take this one
That's
away,
a
Hawks.
win for
The
the
Ancient
league.
will fall for the Dire, and Steel Gaming successfully take that one away.
Yeah, indeed, man. A lot of fat carries there. GG was rightly called. If you have a look at the net worth there, you'll see for a 27-minute game, all their carries way too fat.
Oh, that is a lot of gold. So, we're going to have to nominate an MVP here. I'm in favour of giving it to YYSM on the Razor for playing phenomenally even when he wasn't in the game half the time. Definitely an honorary shout out to Bullvi and Bloodlock for setting him up on the path to destruction, and another honorary shout out to Lizzie G on the Clockwork. He played phenomenally, just wasn't enough in the end.
Yeah, that sounds fair enough.
Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a game 2. We'll find out if there is. But if that's all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We very much appreciate it. We hope to be back with 2 games tomorrow night for the Dota 2 Cyber Game Open Ladder. We'll see how we go. If we're back in a few minutes with game 2, then good. If not, we'll see you next time.
Pose.